Alright, so we're going into set 1 of Legend Gaming versus Pantheon NA. It's going to be a 2v2 set, a King of the Hill, and then a 1v1. Global bans are going to be NATO and Gallbarrel. Alright, so hop into the first game here. We got Angels and JT on the top, and Brighton and Sir Person in the bottom. That's going to be Legend in the blue, and Pantheon in the red. So starting us off, some archers in the back. And a fisherman. Usually fisherman's kind of risky if they got giant skelly, but don't have to worry about that with the ban. Never mind, it's not man, my bad. It's Goblin Barrel and NATO. So that was actually a very risky fisherman there. The giant skelly will be stopped at the bridge, but I believe the beaver dragon and fisherman's gonna pull it to the tower! Oh, so giant skelly bomb. It's very close to the tower. I believe that's gonna hit tower and kill fisherman. Doesn't hit tower, but kills fisherman there. Just off. A little bit lucky there for the Legend members. So it seems to be graveyard for the Pantheon guys. I'm not sure if that's a double graveyard yet. And then still not sure what the Legend guys have. Balloon graveyard, interesting. So they're going in for the balloon graveyard push on the left. Ewiz and archers on defense, as well as the hunter and giant scale. Oh, and freeze down. Freeze on the archers. Graveyard got some chip, but the balloon got stopped right before hitting the tower. Got some death damage though. And so Giant's going to be crossing the bridge. It's going to be pulled to center here. Won't activate King Tower or nothing, though. And those archers shouldn't need to be defended. So, a little bit of a lead for the Legend guys here. About 1,100 health on that left-hand tower. And then Fisherman got some nice chip on the right-hand tower. So it seems to be double graveyard for Angels and JT, but not sure yet. And then seems to be graveyard balloon for Brighton in person. So both teams seem to be fighting for this left side. The giant skelly will be getting a lot of value if they fight on this bridge too much. So it seems actually like Brighton and Sir Person are fighting on this bridge even more. That lumberjack might end up getting killed by the giant skelly. They did take the tower though, which should make it worth it here. One giant skelly is going to die here, killing the Dark Knight. Oh, and the lightning goes down. That's pretty big. They've got a nice push coming in here, but the Inferno... Oh, Inferno hits the Royal Giant, and the Ewiz does not target the Inferno, allowing it to die. It seems like the Pantheon guys will be able to take this with 30 seconds left. Good defense at the moment from the Legend guys. Wait, the Legend guys are taking it. Doesn't seem like Pantheon guys will be able to pull this one back. And the final push coming on the right-hand side, we got the Graveyard Loon and Freeze on that right-hand tower. It seems like that tower might be going down as well, but it doesn't have to go down because Legend is up 1-0. So Legend takes the first game of this set and is up 1-0 in the 2v2. Heading into game number 2 here, Legend's still on the blue side and Pantheon still in the red. Legend is currently up 1-0 in the 2v2. So starting us off the Log Psycho and Heal Spirit. So last time both teams were running Graveyard, so interesting. Wonder if they're going to be running that again, or if they're going to be changing it up. Giant Skelly is being used again for the Pantheon guys. And he was at the bridge, gets fireballed. The giant skelly should die, killing the Dark Knight here. And so slight elixir lead for the Pantheon guys, but no one's going to be committing, so it shouldn't be an issue. And just cycling the Mega Knight in the back here. Giant Skelly in the same lane, so it's going to be double Giant Skelly for the Pantheon guys. Seems like both teams might be running at least one graveyard again. The balloon down for person, yeah, so I believe Brighton and Sir Person have the same deck as last game, and Angels and JT might actually have the same deck as well. Balloon Freeze on the Graveyard Loon coming in. The Freeze allows the Graveyard to get some chip and kill the archers, getting actually a little more chip afterwards, bring that tower down to 1.3 thousand. So good first push for the Legend guys. All they have to do is stop this Brawler, and pretty clean first place. Slight elixir lead for the Pantheon guys, but we'll see if they commit here or try to play a little passive. So hitting full elixir, I don't know if they're giant scaling in the back. Okay, so starting a slow push in the left-hand lane for Pantheon. And a hunter as well. I believe that might be a little early. Ooh, fireballs it, so the baby dragon takes that out. Now we just have the giant skelly crossing the bridge alone. Ooh, with the royal giant behind it and a graveyard. Fisherman's pulling the giant skelly to the middle. Hunter's on the royal giant, and we got a Dark Knight Lumberjack defending this graveyard. Graveyard's getting some chip, but it is getting defended. And now the royal giant's hitting the tower as well. Gets 2 shots off. Ooh, Lumberjack gets pulled away from the royal giant, allowing to get another 3 shots off. And Pantheon took the lead there by about 400 health. The legend guys have graveyarded, but nothing is tanking for that. It's frozen though, so the graveyard is still going to get some damage. Snowball cleans up some skellies, but still a couple hundred points of damage there. Legend takes the lead back by a couple hundred points, but there's a giant skelly push coming on the left-hand side. I believe this will be followed by a graveyard or a royal giant. It's followed by graveyard, but nothing is tanking for it. Royal giant is crossing the bridge, but it won't be there in time to tank for it. Graveyard got a little bit of chip. Royal giant doesn't shoot, gets pulled by the fisherman. A snowball on the tower, but that wasn't necessary. So anyone's game at this point, tied up. Both teams are opting to reset here. Ooh, giant skelly at the bridge and lumberjack at the bridge. Graveyard for the legend, guys. It's defended by archers. Will the freeze come down here? The hunter and archer. Ooh, freeze on the archers and the tower. Graveyard hasn't got any more damage. Got one little shot. It's down to 223. Fireball in down to 50 health here. And that's death damage. That's a good game. And legend takes this one 2-0. Alright, so we're going into the second set here. This one's going to be the 3v3 King of the Hill. Legend lineup being XQNL, DMOM, and MSP. And Pantheons being Angels, JT, and Spicy. So starting off with Angels versus XQNL. And so we got Pantheon on the bottom in blue and XQNL representing Legend in the red. So Skeletons and a Knight for XQ. Wondering if this is Expo or another cycle deck. Ooh, Hogs. I'm assuming this is Hog Earthquake Bomb Tower. Barbs on defense for Angel. That's going to stop the Hog before getting a hit down. Angel already has a decent counter push here with the Goblin Brawler, Mega Minion, and the Barbs in the other lane. Bomb Tower on defense will clean up the Barbs. But I believe something's going to have to be placed for this Mega Minion Brawler. Ooh, so Lava Hound on the back for Angels here. Mega Minion actually doesn't get a shot there. Julius just placed his building and cycled his archer, so I don't know what he has for this Hound. He's just committing to the left-hand lane, trying to get some damage instead. Skeleton Dragons defending the Hog Knight Skeletons, but not before they get a little bit of damage there. 1400. So Skeleton Dragons crossed on the left, Lava Hound crossed on the right. Ooh, Mega Minion cleans up the one archer on the right-hand side. Is going to be helping taking out that bomb tower. Another set of archers down in the middle here. So XQ's archers, one is on the Lava Hound, one's on the Flying Machine that was just placed down. Flying Machine will clean up the archers. World Delivery cleans up the Lava Hound pups. And then Flying Machine will kill that. And I believe it will get 2 shots once it crosses. And 2 shots there. So XQ actually still has the lead after that. By about 700 points. Both left towers are the weak ones. So I believe Angel's going to reset maybe Lava Hound right away. Lava Hound's on the left-hand side. And XQ's going to Hog and Knight again on the left-hand lane. Goblin Cage on defense right now, but it gets Earthquaked. However, the Brawler will hit the Hog first and then go to the Skeletons. I believe this left-hand tower is going to be taken down for XQ, so it's up to Angels to take the left-hand tower on his counter push right now. There's a minute left, so still plenty of time. Archers on defense for XQ. They get arrowed right away. So Royal Delivery is down on those Skelly Drags. He won't have that for the pup now. Flying Machine and Minion coming in on the right-hand side, or on the left-hand side. They take out that bomb tower right away. Archer should be back in cycle soon, but the air troops are almost overwhelming. Royal Delivery is down again with the archers. X2 still has a tower advantage, 700 health on that left-hand tower. Angels has to get another Lava Hound pushed in, but he's running out of time. Puts that Lava Hound at the left bridge. And the bomb tower down in the middle. It will distract the Lava Hound. The Flying Machine's taking that out already. X2 cycling back for some more archers right now, but I believe he has them in hand. Will they be down in time? 10 seconds left. Lava Hound's on the tower, but that's it. Miner got a little bit of chip. Arrowed the archers. Miner's chipping. Lava Hound's chipping, but there's not going to be any time. That tower is so weak. 176, but the match is over. XQ takes that one by just a hair. So we're heading into match 2 here with JT versus XQ. XQ representing Legend in the blue side, and JT representing Pantheon on the red. And some bats on the left-hand side to start us off here. And they won't be followed up by anything. And a Goblin Gang on the back. So it could be that Mega Knight bait deck. No, I believe that deck actually doesn't have logs, so there goes that guess. Mortar. So Mortar for XQ, and JT has some sort of Mega Knight deck. Uwiz and Mega Knight down to defend this Mortar. And Rascal's on defense for XQ. Mortar is down. And some bats as well to defend. The bats will help clean up that Mega Knight, and then with the help of the Rascals, we'll kill the Uwiz. And so a Log and Spear Goblins will take out that Goblin Brawler. And the Mortar is down, but it's going to target the Fisherman first. Rascal Tank gets pulled in by the Fisherman, and the Fireball down will kill that, allowing the Mortar to get one shot. Barbarial and Poison will finish it off right after that. So still pretty close game here. JT with a slight, about 50 damage lead. So JT running the Mega Knight Graveyard deck, quite meta, and then XQ just seems to be running a slightly off-meta Mortar deck. And so Gobcage just down to defend those Spear Goblins. Oh, and Royal Giant Mortar. That Royal Giant's going down the right-hand lane. The Gobcage should be destroyed by the time the Royal Giant fires, but oh, it gets pulled by the Fisherman and then shot by the Hunter, so it won't fire at the tower whatsoever. Got Ewiz, Gob Brawler, and Hunter crossing the bridge. Fireball shoots the Ewiz and the Brawler, not the Hunter though. So Hunter should get a shot off unless something's placed down. He gets a shot off. XQ Mortars on the left-hand side, Barb Barrel and Gobcage on defense for JT. And the Royal Giant going in on the right-hand side for XQ. Ewiz on defense, maybe another Fisherman. Fisherman in the top middle, but it's pulling the Goblin Gang, not the Royal Giant. Royal Giant's locked in the tower, fired 2 shots already. Hunter is down, but gets fireballed. On the Royal Giant to get one more shot. That tower's at 1600 now. So about a 400 damage lead for XQ right now. JT's at full elixir is going to cycle that Mega Knight in the back. XQ mortaring on the left here, and then possibly going for another Royal Giant on the right once that Goblin Cage gets a little more damage on it. No, Royal Giant's on the left! Goblin Cage should be destroyed after this mortar shot, allowing the Royal Giant to target the tower now. Fisherman hasn't been placed down. Fisherman's down now. We'll pull Royal Giant after one more shot, actually, yes. And then the Mega Knight is getting killed by the Rascals. And the Mortar doesn't get a shot there, gets killed by the Ewiz Brawler. So very close game at the moment. GT hasn't been able to commit a graveyard at all. Another Royal Giant down on the left-hand side. Ooh, but the Mega Knight on the right-hand side. GT might be able to... Ooh, he had the Goblin Cage, so he wasn't able to graveyard there. Ewiz down on that Royal Giant. He's going to need the Fisherman to pull it away, otherwise he's going to get a couple shots off. That's a 1 Royal Giant shot, maybe 2. Does get the second shot off right before dying. So that's an even bigger lead now for XQ, about 1,000 damage. JT just has not been able to get any sort of offense this game. Good defense there with the Hunter and the Royal Giant, kills it before getting any shots off. However, he still has not been able to get the offense off. He's running out of time with only a minute left. We got the Mega Knight coming down on the left-hand side. And the Mortar on the right-hand side for XQ, followed by a Royal Giant. And that Gob Cage was placed a little high, so Royal Giant shoots it without actually crossing the bridge. And the Mega Knight Graveyard push, though, on the left-hand side right now for JT. Mega Knight is tanking for the Skeletons, but Spear Goblins are slowly taking them out once they get a couple hits. So right now the game is actually tied up with slight lead to JT after that poison damage comes down. However, the Royal Giant will be coming in here for XQ, as well as a Bat and some other things to support it. Royal Giant should get a couple shots on the tower unless Fisherman or something. Ewiz will prevent one shot, but one still gets fired off. And the Fireball as well for XQ right now. The game's about tied right now, but Graveyard coming in for JT. Graveyard and Poison on the Goblin Gangs that were defending. But the Mortar locks in the tower. XQ gets one shot with the Mortar, and one more shot with the Mortar. Barb Barrel on the Mortar, but doesn't actually hit it. The lead is now in XQ's favor. The Mortar's going to get the third shot with the Fireball, and he's going to take the match. So XQ wins this one 1-0. Alright, going into Game 3 of the King of the Hill here. Legend is up 2-0, and they will be in the blue side, with Spice representing Pantheon in the red. Start us off with the Heal Spirits. And no response yet for Spicy. Heal Spirit and Flying Machine. Wondering if this is that Royal Recruit Bar Put deck from XQ. Not many decks actually run Heal Spirit and Flying Machine. I believe Golem Clone runs Flying Machine. Oh no, it's a third one. I think this is still Royal Hogs, but it's not the Bar Put Royal Recruit deck. So Heal Spirit down for Spicy as well. There is going to be a Bar Put for XQ and L. And the Cannon card as well. So not quite sure what either player is running at the moment. Skelly Dragons get fireballed there by XQ. He is down a couple elixir, but he has that Bar Put on the field. And so Spicy's got the must down just to slowly take out these waves of Barbarians. And another Flying Machine in the back for XQ. That gets fireballed immediately by Spicy. And the Musk will finish off the rest of these barbs, but get a couple shots. Ooh, Magic Archer down, chipping off the Musk onto the tower. So XQ brings that left-hand tower down to 1900, giving about 200-300 damage lead. Make that just about 100 damage lead after that barb hits. And another bar put down for XQ. Spicy playing the Goblin Cage. I'm not sure if this is a Royal Giant deck by Sparky or by Spicy or what it is. But Royal Ghost now in the back left for XQ. And those Skelly Dragons at the bridge for Spicy. They're going to go right for the bar put after killing the Barbarians. Flying Machine to defend though as the Fireball went onto the Cannon cart, not the Flying Machine. So now the Magic Archer and Flying Machine can be put right by each other, right in the center. They get quite a bit of value here for XQC, and both of them are going to cross the bridge at full health. Skelly Drag's at the bridge. We'll take out the Magic Archer before the Barbs can get in front of it. And the Royal Ghost looks like he's going to cross, but killing this Musk. One Skelly Dragon locks on that left-hand tower. So Spicy can get some good chip off that, about 400 or 500 damage. He's about a 400 damage lead right now on the left-hand tower. Another Fireball down on the Bar Put, Cannon cart, and tower. So XQ's going to be able to stack Magic Archer and Flying Machine together here if he'd like to. So he does opt to do that, but just a little bit later. Skelly Dragon was going to hit the Cannon, not the Magic Archer though. He's not close enough for that. And the Royal Ghost on the Goblin Cage with Magic Archer crossing the bridge here for XQ. He leaks a little bit, but then puts down the Bar Put. Still not sure what Spicy's win condition is. He's been taking a lead though just simply by Fireball, cycling the Cannon cart and Bar Puts. So now we got the Royal Ghost, Barbs, and Flying Machines pushing in here for XQ. Skelly Dragons and Gob Cage on defense. They get fireballed though. No damage is going to be done on this push. Flying Machine distracted by Skeletons, finished off by Musketeer. XQ puts down another Bar Put, but this one's behind his tower. There's good fireball value on that Magic Archer, and he takes it. So Spicy bringing that tower down under 1,000 health now. Still hasn't had to play his win condition. It's been doing just fine by fireballing value when he has it. XQ goes to Flying Machine, the Gob Cage, but then that gets fireball immediately. So at least that's not going onto his tower. Magic Archer down the middle for XQ. There's a Gob Cage and Musk on the left-hand side for Spicy. And a Cannon cart, Flying Machine on the right-hand side for XQ. Fireball was just placed. Goblin Cage has to be placed way too close to the bridge right now. Fireball down on the Skelly Dragons and Heal Spirit, keeping the Flying Machine and Royal Ghost alive. Another Cannon cart crossing the bridge right now, but there's two Musketeers. One locked in the left-hand tower. It fires 3 shots before going down. That tower's at 300 health right now. XQ is going to have to defend this other Musk on the left-hand side, or it's going to take the tower. He does do that with a Magic Archer, but his Royal Ghost is on the tower right now. Musk doesn't fire any shots, but Spicy's able to defend this and keep his right tower healthy. And without even playing his win condition, Spicy takes this match. So it is now 2-1 for Legend in the King of the Hill set, and up to Spicy if he wants to pull a reverse sweep and keep his team in this. Alright, going into the next game here, Legend is up 2-1 in this set. It's up to Spicy to hang his team in there. And the Goblin Barrel on the right-hand side for Spicy. Spicy's representing Pantheon and Demon on Legend. The minions defended that Goblin Barrel. And now we got them crossing the bridge with the Heal Spirit. They won't get any damage. Heal Spirit gets a little bit of chip. And I would like to see Demon is running Royal Recruit Balloon. And Spicy is running Log Bait with NATO. Both these guys those are kind of their decks. So yeah, I do think Demon has the Cannon Cart, Royal Recruits. I want to say Snowball, Balloon. And Spicy should just have Classic Log Bait, but Inferno swapped for Tornado. Good chip with the Goblin Gang on the right-hand tower. And Cannon Cart gets stopped by Spicy's Knight on the left-hand side. And Demon cycles the Royal Recruits in the back. And so actually Tesla down for Spicy. This may not be the NATO version, may just have a rocket. So Princess on defense there. Tesla chips some of the Royal Recruits, but there's still some danger of them getting damage. So Spicy puts the Goblin Gang down to defend that. And the Lumberloon now coming in for Demon on the left-hand side. I don't believe Tesla is in cycle right now. If Spicy has rocket, he'll place it. He does. But the Heal Spirit goes down, doesn't heal the Balloon. Balloon will get some death damage at least. And Hunter will kill the Fisher or the Princess. So now the game is tied up. Slightly more chip there for Spicy after placing the log. And now the Goblin Barrel and Ice Spirit gets snowballed, but with help of the Ice Spirit, will allow those Goblins to get about 4 or 5 hits. So Spicy now takes about a 600 damage lead. Spicy doesn't have too much for the Royal Recruits of Demon, but I guess the Princess can get a lot of value, and Demon does not have much to get rid of that. As well as not having a log for the barrel is going to be pretty big. So Spicy logs the right Royal Recruits, and Princess will finish those off, and he's got a Knight in the left-hand lane and Tesla in the center. Cannon Cart supporting those left Royal Recruits, and Lumberloon on the right-hand side for Demon here. That's going to bypass the Tesla, but the Princess looks like it's going to live. And the rocket down on the balloon, it gets healed up, will allow some death damage, but not a hit. And so Spicy has been able to defend his left-hand tower. Another row of recruits down for Demon, but they get taken out by the Royal Recruits. Or the Golden Bear gets taken out by the Royal Recruits there. Now we got a Princess down on defense for Spicy. He might get overwhelmed here. He's got a Tesla right now, but there's a lot of things going down. Those 2 Royal Recruits on the left-hand side with the Hunter, and it might be another Lumberloon coming in on the left. No elixir for the Loon right now, so just Lumberjack and Cannon. Lumberjack gets 3 chips onto that tower. It's now just a couple hundred health apart. Goblin Barrel and Ice Spirit push on the right-hand side here. It's going to get 2 shots off where the minion Royal Recruits cleans that up. Royal Recruits clean up the left side Princess, but there's another one down in middle. And the Loon on the left-hand side right now, that's going to have to be rocketed. And the Princess starts targeting the right-hand side, which is 4 Royal Recruits all locked in the tower, as well as a Cannon Cart. A Knight down to take out the Cannon Cart, but those Royal Recruits chip the tower down to 300 health. It's basically a tied game at this point, but Spicy has a Goblin Barrel in cycle, and that's almost guaranteed damage with a Snowball. And actually, the Rocket will go down with the help of Log and finish out the game. So Spicy pulls it out there, bringing this up to a 2-2 set. Alright, so going into the 5th game here, we got MSP versus Spicy. MSP for Legend on the bottom, and Spicy on the top for Pantheon. So both guys here opting to wait. Third person starts by cycling the Knight to the right-hand side. It's going to be met by Spicy's Musketeer. And Archer's down for third person, so this could be Expo. It could actually also be Graveyard or Hog. So it's not locked in place. Quite a few actually meta decks now with Knight and Archers. And the Musk and Hunter for Spicy. It's going to be Hog EQ for MSP. Bomb Tower on defense here for Spicy, but that gets EQ'd. Won't allow the Hog to get any hits due to that Knight on defense. And so Spicy's got a Knight on the left-hand side and Hunter on the right. Person's going to have to use Archers in the center to defend that. And a Knight as well. So now MSP is going to have a small Knight, 1 Archer, and some Skeleton pushing on the left. Ooh, as well as the Hog coming in. Bomb Tower should be going down for Spicy. It actually doesn't. I don't think he had the Elixir for it. So the Hog got 2 hits down before the Mush took it out. So now Spicy is up 2 or 3 elixir, and he has a Musk on the left-hand side. Doesn't support that Musk at all, so it gets killed by a Royal Delivery. So it seems like Spicy's doing a slow push here. I'm not too sure what he has, if this is Graveyard or what, honestly. Assuming the tank and then maybe Graveyard at... There we go. Okay, so it is Graveyard. The Knight Hunter crossing the bridge. Knight's tanking for the Graveyard. The Archers on defense for MSP. They're taking out some skeletons, but not before they get a few shots off. Hunter will get a little bit of a spray onto the tower there, but MSP takes the lead by about 150 damage. So an early bomb tower down by Spicy to defend the Knight and Archers. Bomb tower down to about half health, so MSP is going to go for the Hog and the Earthquake. Hog runs to the bomb tower, but doesn't have to hit it. Doesn't get a shot off, though. Hunter takes it out before that. Very high bomb tower here from MSP. Doesn't want anything to tank for that Graveyard. But the GYM poison is down. It is now on both Archers, but that we're defending that Graveyard. Royal Delivery down as well. A little bit of chip there for Spicy, but not too much. Lead is still in MSP's favor. Now we got the Knight Royal Delivery and the Archers pushing on the left. Hog added in as well. Earthquake down on the bomb tower and Musketeer. That should allow this Hog to get one hit off. Musk shoots it, but it still gets that one hit. Just 900 health now on that tower. Another Graveyard push coming in, but nothing tanking for it. Early poison. Archers got placed right into that poison. Should allow the Graveyard to get some damage. No, Royal Delivery comes down, cleaning up most of it. Close game here, about 500 health difference on the left-hand towers. Musk in the back for Spicy, but looks like it's going to be another Hog Knight push coming in the left here for MSP. Bomb tower on defense. Musk, Knight, and Bomb tower all in the Earthquake of MSP. Hog will not get a hit though, just that Earthquake damage. This is quite a big push here that will be graveyarded by Spicy. The Knight is tanking for it. Poison is down, but there's no Archers down yet. Just Royal Delivery and Archers. That's going to allow these Skeletons to chip on the tower just a little bit. Bringing the game close once again. Just about 350 damage now. And a Knight Hog push once again left-hand side. Bomb tower down for Spicy. Earthquake down for MSP. The Hog's looking quite healthy, but the Knight coming down to kill it right before it gets a hit. And a really high bomb tower here from MSP. He was trying to predict the graveyard there, but that might not work. Now he can graveyard. Spicy opts actually to not graveyard here. Oh, he does, but a little bit late. Putting down the Hunter first. So Hunter might get some chip on that tower. He's actually just too far away for that. And like all game, it's just 200 damage apart, push after push. Seems to be there will be one more Hog push coming in here. Oh, early graveyard for Spicy. Nothing's actually tanking for that. Poison's down. This should be easily defended by MSP, and then he will have Elixir for a good counter push. Earthquake on the bomb tower. Oh, good placement of the bomb tower there by Spicy, getting it out of the Earthquake distance. So basically, last attempt at a push here for Spicy. His tower's in log range or Earthquake range, and MSP finishes off with the one tick of that Earthquake. So MSP wins the match 1-0 and takes the series 3-2 for Legend. Or takes this, the set 3-2 for Legend and the series 2-0 for Legend.